Do you want to stay?
I want Mike Tyson. 4 rounds, 10 rounds, gonna be just like this. He's too stupid to run. He'll stand up and get knocked out.
By the fans. Bean trying to suddenly punch him, and he does there with a right hand.
There goes Monaco.
Here comes Butterbean in. Good right hand, left hand, down goes Jagan, hits his head hard. Fight is over.
In the wild 90s, the greatest boxers strutted in the four corners of the ring, striking fear into the entire heavyweight division.
He's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Steele.
Ну вот. На этом все и кончится.
Here comes Mike Spinks in. He leads to the right hand. Down he goes.
Tonight anyway.
Oh, right, he goes down.
Eric Ashe and Mike Tyson delivered doomsday to every opponent they faced, rightfully earning the title of living legends of the sweet science.
By Larry would have had the left up. Is the second knockdown now. Let's see how this occurs. A left hand, a right hand, and then just an accumulation of.
He tried to suddenly punch him, and he does there. Left right combination.
Than that. But right now, Mike Tyson is in charge. He's the boss, and Larry's down for.
Get ready, because we're about to tell you about the most coveted fight in boxing history. This is Fighting is Art. Here we go.
With a heavier shot than that. But right now, Mike Tyson is in charge. He's the boss, and Larry's down for the second time.
In 1999, Butterbean got an offer to fight an Irishman named Peter McNeely, who had already stepped into the ring with Tyson. And Eric accepted that offer with a hearty appetite. From the very first seconds, Butterbean took control of the ring, turning the fight into a merciless meat grinder.
And certainly has had a long time where he was under drugs and heavy drugs. Let's go to this. Butterbean goes right to it.
Some words about this. I think he really thinks he's a real fighter. He fights good 4-round fights.
And Butterbean, of course, wants the brawl, the street fight. McNeely, who looks a lot thinner than the last time we saw him, 99 pounds lighter than Butterbean. There's an overhand right by him.
Butterbean got so fired up that he turned a couple of McNeely's teeth into souvenirs.
Fires away with a couple of left hooks that connected. And he's got McNeely in trouble, believe me. He's got
He then cornered his opponent and started intoxicating the Irishman with his fists harder than Irish whiskey.
Well, Butterbean was a 10-1 favorite, then a 7-1 favorite, and by fight time, 4.5-1 favorite. Obviously, somebody knew something, but a little bit of money went on McNeely.
a right hand by Butterbean that snapped McNeely's head back. Another uppercut. It's all Butterbean. McNeely ready to go.
Having devoured McNeely whole, Butterbean was sure he could digest Iron next. So, he made a loud, bold statement.
Do you want to stay?
I want Mike Tyson. 4 rounds, 10 rounds, gonna be just like this. He's too stupid to run. He'll stand up and get knocked out.
While Butterbean easily digested Tyson's former opponent, Iron Mike once again etched his name into boxing history, though this time on the wrong side. Mike Tyson. At the peak of his powers, Mike pulled off the loudest upset in boxing history against the world's #1 7, James Buster Douglas, who likes to work behind a stiff jab. In this fight, Buster Douglas stripped Tyson of his mantle of greatness, proving to the world that even Iron Mike could be melted.
Rolling willingly just to try to get in the shot that will finish things in.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
In Las Vegas, they wouldn't even put up any odds on this.
Meanwhile, Butterbean was only getting stronger. In his fight with Jackie Beard, he showcased his incredible power. But in the ring, Beard, seemingly thinking Esh was just a walking cholesterol, started taunting and humiliating him. So the chubby powerhouse showed that it's best not to mess with him.
Point out they're using 16 regular boxing. You're going to be able to watch the Tough Mat competition beginning on FX next Friday at 10. Of what you're going to be able to see. Butterbean opens right up.
Fueled with chocolate syrup, he went to burn calories on his opponent.
And Bean says, come on. But he is a tough man. Right, because Bean just wants to punch it out.
You got to be careful because they are wild and you ain't.
Closing the distance and lining up his target, Butterbean delivered a lightning-fast shot, crushing the stunned fighter.
Oh, the big right hand. He dropped it.
Bean's been waiting for that shot. That That's it.
After his bitter loss, Mike Tyson no longer held the title of the baddest man on the planet. And in a potential fight against Butterbean, he wouldn't have been the clear favorite.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
However, it was the true boogeyman of the ring of those days, Donovan "Razor" Roddick, who stepped up to finish off the wounded beast.
He's in trouble, Tim. Two more right hands and a left uppercut. Fist goes down.
Roddick's fists were packed with tons of dynamite, and he was at the peak of his form. That's why he didn't hold back his sharp words against Iron Mike either.
One thing Tyson has is that he's been knocked out before by a lesser opponent, and he's going to sleep again.
When their fight started, these two titans immediately engaged in a pugilistic dialogue of pain, where any mistake could cost them their heads.
Cut which missed. The big question, can Roddick withstand the customary early pressure of Mike Tyson? Well, he's ready for it. He threw his bomb. Oh, a right by Tyson, and Roddick stumbled, but he stayed up. Well, uppercut by Razor Roddick. Right on the button. Another uppercut. Well, these uppercuts are getting in there. It's certainly not the same Tyson we saw against Alex Stewart and Henry Tillman, the business, but it didn't make any contact. Tyson fighting a right-hand fight. First combination punch is thrown by Tyson. He's been throwing one punch at a time, and so has...
But Tyson clearly didn't want a repeat of the previous outcome and began mercilessly tearing into Donovan.
There's another one. A good shot by Ray. You can cut this tension with a knife. Both men throwing punches. Any one of them could stop it. 120 seconds in round 12. Tyson hitting afterwards. Scheduled for 12. Oh, a heavy right by... Down goes Bruno. He says he slipped.
In the 7th round, Tyson finished the job with a series of ruthless blows, restoring his boxing honor.
He was trying to catch his breath, looking for a second win here. His body has been and the crowd groans. That body shot sounded like he hit a drum. Again, the crowd groans. Relentless attack by and it seems to have taken some steam out of Tyson. Roddick coming back. Now Tyson with a big left. Roddick, I'm sure, winning over a lot of people here for withstanding this kind of barrage. Oh, what a right by Tyson. And now... Now the right combination. Steele steps in. Is it over? It's over. It's over. And Mike Tyson...
Hungry for victory, Butterbean shared the ring with the real giant, Doug Norris. From the opening seconds, Eric Esch devoured punches and closed the distance.
He credits you with making him into a folk hero because you announced so many professional fighters.
The powers could be limitless here. He was quite fun to watch. The Butterbean, and he would stare down opponents. He knocked the guy through the ring ropes once onto a table, and the guy was...
But it seemed Butterbean wanted to let the judges go home early, so he delivered one kiloton punch that splattered his opponent across the
Norris, I
canvas.
was joking, clashed heads, and that's what hurt. Doug Norris, I was joking, but that was the problem. Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug Norris. Is that now? It's over.
To forgive all the previous sins of the fight with bouts.
And Doug Norris upset with him.
Tyson faced the undefeated Goliath, Michael Spinks.
Any pro.
Pick your pace up.
Spinks had once been the undisputed light heavyweight champion, making this fight the most anticipated of the year.
There's a left by Spinks, and down goes McDonald.
Going against a number one guy, I say zero, because ain't no number for me. I am it.
The moment the bell rang, Tyson began crushing Spinks' jaw with furious pressure.
Here we go. The opening bell. Let's see what happens. Tyson attacks immediately. Cuts his round one just on the way. Spinks not able to hold him off so far with a jab. He tries to come back at him, but Tyson, absolutely no fear and no respect by Tyson for any jab or anything that Mike Spinks can do. Tyson just looking for the opportunity to land a vicious left hook and then a right hand. Against the guy that hadn't fought in a long time in Jerry Cooney. The right hand lands to the head of Mike Spinks. It's Tyson all the way here in round number one. Vicious shots to the...
But the undefeated champion only lasted a minute in this onslaught because Tyson, not eager to drag out the suspense, sent Spinks to the world of Morpheus.
Heavy landing it, but he's taking them. The uppercut. Body shot. Down goes. Mike Spinks for the first time. The count is up to 4-8. That was a body shot that took him down. Here comes Mike Spinks in. He leads to the right hand. Down he goes. I don't think he'll get up from this. Mike Spinks is laying flat on his back. The count is up to 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. He won't be able to do it. It's all over. Mike Tyson.
In 1995, Butterbean faced Paul Springer. The combined weight of the fighters made the ring sag. When the bell rang, the musclehead Springer charged at Eric Esch, throwing devastating blows.
Боев он размахнулся и задел тыльной стороной руки рефери, который...
Not eager to prolong the evening, Esch landed a couple of heavy punches, sending his opponent to a sweet sleep.
Только более мускулистый. Ну вот. На этом все и кончилось. Теперь можно не напрягаться. Считать не стоит. Вот так ринг.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Toby Gibson reaches the count of 10. The official time.
Now imagine if prime Mike Tyson met the literally perpetually hungry champion in the ring. In August 1986, Tyson stepped into the ring with the real giant Jose Ribolta. Despite Ribolta's massive size, he trembled at the sight of Tyson's iron muscles.
Just as expected. Again, just tremendous body shot.
From the first seconds, everyone watching froze in amazement.
Problem with Marvis Frazier, couldn't keep him off. Of course, when we talked to Tyson, he said, I don't mean to take anything away from Tim. Not to try exchange punch for punch. He can't do that. And that was a right. He was able to tie up Mike Ribolta. He knows the way that Tyson's whipping the ball.
But Iron Mike clearly wasn't taking any of it and decided to unleash his signature move on Ribolta.
And there was an uppercut. What a shot. Wow.
Shockingly, Ribolta got up. But beyond the iron jaw and huge muscles, the giant had nothing in his arsenal.
Shot, and Ribolta's down. He is up, but he's seriously hurt this time, though. Hey, how you doing? And that's it. Ribolta could win the fight, but I think the official was wrong. Back from those punches before. There's no reason to believe that he...
In the end, Tyson claimed a decisive victory, leaving Ribolta no chance. Mike Tyson at his peak. No one dared to even look at the crown of Great Mike, but Tony TNT Tucker stepped up to dethrone Iron Mike. At that time, TNT boasted an insane record of 34-0 and towered 2 heads above the king. When the bell rang, Tyson immediately aimed for the giant's jaw.
Mike Tyson has ever taken right there. Tucker said when we talked to him, he said, I'm not worried about it. And another right hand by Tucker. Again, a right hand, but he took a right from Tyson. And another big...
Tucker had not only majestic height, but also flawless boxing technique.
There was a good right hand again by Tucker. In close, catching Tyson on the way in. He's finished with it, punch for punch. In this case, normally, Tyson comes out on top. Get him up, get him up!
Taking the initiative, TNT stopped seeing the king as a threat and started to brazenly provoke Tyson.
The reason there's frustration is because of what Tucker's doing. He's tying his man up. Those are the antics there. Sometimes work.
But this only made Iron Mike absolutely livid.
Tony Tucker won the title against Buster Douglas. That was a big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right.
Tyson unleashed his fury, knocking out Tucker's confidence.
Finishing with a flourish. And so is Tucker. Great finish. It's over. And most of us knew that he was.
And eventually earning a unanimous victory.
Judge 116, 112, for the winner by unanimous decision and undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
In October 1995, in the center of the ring, Eric Esch faced Pat Jackson, who literally looked down on Butterbean.
If he tries to get too fundamentally oriented, which over the long haul he needs, it might hurt him in some of these fights here. Crosshair and offensive fighters try to incorporate some defense into their plan. Sometimes
wanted Pat Jackson to stand in front of him, but guess what?
Hey,
he may have had his own fight plan. Go figure.
Now he eats something and try to land one big shot to turn the fight around.
There's the jab by Jackson. Again, that's not a hard punch job. And they are into this fight. Good right by Butterbean. He may have hurt Jackson. And they're waving him on. Here's some swelling underneath, but not much. Bean comes in with the overhand and the fall down.
Well, exactly. He is a candidate for early retirement. The best punch of the fight. At the end of the round, he's separating the fighters. And referees cannot... Boy, that's combat pain.
And in truth, was not picky about his meal. He even knocked the poor referee down. Unwilling to end up like the referee, Pat Jackson waved the fight off. Tyson's next showdown was against a true steel giant. Tyrone Biggs decided he could trash talk Tyson without consequences.
You know, I owe it to myself to go out there and beat Michael Tyson like I am his dad. He's made for me, Tyson.
But after such wild disrespect, Iron Mike promised himself he would make the loud mouth pay. Recalling his promise, Tyson gathered all his rage into fists and instantly sent his tormentor down.
Head hunting from Mike Tyson. He can't get into that. Good shot by Tyson. Get off the ropes, tie your man. Almost everything exactly the opposite of what he said he was going to do. Huge left hand there by Tyson. Let's go back a long way, all the way back to amateur days. Another left hand, and there's a great shot.
1-7. That 6 is beautiful. Let's see, 6-5-1, 6-5-2-1. Get to the side, play with this guy now. You understand me? This guy's got nothing. Give him the feint, like you did before. Give him the feint.
Kevin Rooney was telling Tyson, get a couple head fights. Oh, that was a tremendous left hand.
The referee intervened to save Biggs from a brutal beating, and Mike rightfully punished the scoundrel.
And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over. It's all over. And it wasn't even close.
Butterbean, the most profitable McDonald's client and ruler of 4 rounds, saw no worthy opponents, knocking everyone out easily. But his championship belt caught the attention of the huge heavyweight Monaco, who had a bodybuilder physique and disastrous power in his punches. In the opening 3 seconds, Monaco was on the floor after Esch came charging across the ring and decked him with the first shot he threw.
To get Monaco down quickly, and by golly, that's just what he did. So Monaco, who is in only his second professional fight.
After dusting himself off, the muscle-bound boxer made the unwise decision to fight fire with fire.
Here, Monaco trying to work the jab on the inside. He busted Butterbean with a pretty good uppercut there. And Monaco was...
But Butterbean was not just fat rolls. He swung all his body into his punches and dropped the bodybuilder again.
So to Butterbean, he lands a good right hand. Oh, there goes Monaco. Second knockdown in this round.
Monaco making the mistake of trying to slug with Butterbean, but...
You have to box him, really, if you're an inexperienced fighter like this.
Butterbean got a third chance to give him a proper send-off, so he obliged.
There goes Monaco. I mean, there you go, perspective. And this was a very inexperienced young fighter that he was facing with only one fight. We have seen fighters who boxed him do a little bit better, but he raced out quickly.
A big right hand straight from the kitchen folded Monaco like a lawn chair and to the shadow realm.
Good night with that. And all along, we didn't see any combinations from Butterbean. We saw him load up. We will see opponents with a higher skill level in some subsequent fights.
Yeah, I'm sure they're working toward that.
Victory, still undefeated, Mr. Butterbean.
Back in 1989, Mike Tyson faced Frank Bruno, who had steel-like muscles. Bruno's divine physique gave him a false sense of confidence. so he kept claiming he would easily knock out Tyson.
But I want to knock him out so good into Don King's lap and wipe him off the mat because he's bad for boxing and his people are bad for boxing.
The fight barely started before the furious Mike brought him to his knees, making it clear who ruled the ring.
His taller, huge reach advantage, and here we go, round one. And he'll try to, he's learned to hold on, which he did with McCall. He is strong, and he'll also try to tie Tyson up. So,
on Mike's side, he's not bobbing and weaving like he has. Pretty straight up.
Tyson's people wanted to bob and roll, be less of a top.
Tyson then melted Bruno's steel muscles with his fists.
Anywhere.
A left hook to the body, nice effort.
And anytime, oh, here comes Tyson. Tyson with a couple of seconds left in round.
You can't fix it, Jim. That was never great to begin with.
By Tyson, but
for an avalanche, I guarantee you.
Oh, a left hook by Mike Tyson, flush on the face of Frank Bruno. Another left, and a combination by Tyson. Halfway through this,
and a little more discipline.
Expected. He said he's not looking for the Tyson who fought McNeely and Mathis. Here's a combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laying it on, pouring it on. Down goes Bruno into the ropes.
Teaching Bruno a lesson for his overconfidence.
He was helpless.
If you let Mike Tyson get that kind of leverage with that right uppercut, any fighter, it is more honorable to get knocked out in 1, 2, or 3 rounds. Fighting.
Guys, that's all for today. You've probably already picked your favorite. Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you liked the video, hit like and subscribe. His own.